Hi, welcome to Amanda's Book Corner. I'm Amanda, and this is my review of The Traveling Cat Chronicles by Hiro Arikawa. This book was translated by Philip Gabriel from Japanese, and I listened to the audiobook version of it. So part of why I read this book is because it's translated. My January reading challenge is to read translated books, and this is the first one that I got through. Of course, the reason that I had this book already is because I love cats, and I was drawn to its cat theme. This book starts off from the perspective of a cat named Nana, although his name is not yet Nana when the book begins. He's a stray cat, and there's a certain human that he has a bond with who keeps feeding him, and one day, when Nana gets hit by a car and injures his leg, he thinks to go to that human in the hopes that this guy will take him to the vet and get him healed. This ends up being the beginning of his relationship with Satoru, the human, and Nana ends up becoming adopted by him and being his pet. Fast forward 5 years, and Satoru can no longer take care of Nana. He doesn't specify why, but he's trying to find a new home for Nana. He has 3 different sets of friends that he's hoping can be a good home for Nana. So each chapter follows as Satoru and Nana travel to this other friend's house, see if it'll be a good home, a good fit, and in the process, we also get to see a little bit of Satoru's background and what his friendship with that person was like when they were younger. The first friend is a guy that he knew when they were young, when they were in elementary school. Later, we get to see a guy that he knew in middle school, and finally, we get to see a couple that he knew when they were all in high school together. Over the course of these chapters, we get to know these different characters and their stories and their backgrounds, and we also get to see what Satoru was like, what his character was, what his life was like, how generous and kind he was to all the people that he knew. And it's a really nice portrayal of friendship and of family and of caring between people. There's something gentle and beautiful about it, and I like getting to know these stories of children, even though this book is not written specifically for children. Of course, the other thing that I really love is that of the bond between a pet and their owner. In this case, specifically of a cat and their owner. Satoru isn't just a person who happens to have a cat. He's a full-on cat person who loves cats and knows all about them. He knows how to take care of them properly. And in this story, the cat really is his main companion in life. As a cat person myself, I really enjoyed seeing that perspective of someone who cares about a cat so much and really understands cats and goes out of the way to make their cat happy. So part of this book is told in the third person, especially as we get to know Satoru and his different friends from his childhood. The other part that I particularly love is the first person narrations from the cat Nana. It's really fun getting to the mind of a cat and seeing this cat's perspective on things. He's a very snarky and sassy sort of fellow, but he's also kind of gentlemanly and polite in his own way. I really enjoy getting to know his views on humans, of other cats, of dogs, of other animals as well. I love how he views humans negatively in certain ways, but also very positively in others. One example that stands out to me is when Nana describes TVs. Nana hates the TV that his owner Satoru has, which is a flat screen, it's useless to him. But he really likes this TV when they visit some other people. It's an old TV that's a big box and it's all warm, and Nana really likes how it feels on his tummy. I thought it was really funny and definitely something that anyone who has cats can definitely understand. So although the book starts off fairly light and fun, and we're getting to know these different characters and their backgrounds, it does definitely get into some heavier and sadder territory. I will admit I did cry towards the end. I'm not going to tell you why, but some things are definitely a little bit sadder than I had hoped they would be. But I think they really lend themselves to telling the story of how much not only a human can love their cat, but how much the cat loves her human in return, and how that cat will do anything to stay with her human and be with them until the very end. Nana is not interested in being adopted by another person. He wants to stay with his person. And it's a really touching and beautiful story, and I really love how it's written. Although it does have some sad and heavy themes, it is told in a way that is mostly light, and so by the end there is still that feeling of hope and joy and levity and of love. Although he's a cat, or maybe because he's a cat, I think Nana is one of my favorite first-person point-of-view characters that I've read in any book. I also really enjoyed getting to know Japan and getting to know their geography and their culture a little bit. I've never been to Japan, but it was really fun to see it not only through a human's perspective, but through a cat's perspective as well. So throughout reading this, I really loved The Traveling Cat Chronicles. In the end, I gave it 5 stars. I've definitely noticed that there seems to be a trend of Japanese literature about cats. I've only read one other book so far. It's called The Guest Cat. But I have another book that I ordered. It's not here yet, but it's called The Cat Who Saved Books, and that one also I think is translated from Japanese and looks really cute. There's a few other Japanese cat books that I definitely want to get that I've been seeing around in the last few years, so soon enough I'm sure I'll collect all of them. So I hope you enjoyed this book review video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And to make sure you don't miss any more of my videos, please ring the bell to get all my notifications. I publish about 2 or 3 book review videos like this one every week, and about once or twice every week, I put out additional content as well. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!